Not every Switch game has made to perfection. Some games are just really bad because of porting issues, maybe the port was bad, or they're just overall bad games. But there is some games that are really good, but not all of them. So I'm gonna be showing a few games I was a bit of disappointed. I do really enjoy games pretty easily, and I don't ever really see myself as a critical person. And as a parent, I really don't have much time to play games nowadays. But when I play games, I just want to enjoy them. But there's some games that really are incredible, like so damn good, like one of my favorite games, like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, First Chapter Remake, of course also Xenoblade series, or like recently having played Metal Gear Solid trilogy. But not everything is so amazing and well done. This might be nitpicks or not good complaints to you, but this is what I genuinely feel about these games. So let's not waste any time and get into the video. Let's just start with the number 5. I was so excited when they showed this remake in Nintendo Direct, and I really didn't mind that they made it on top down as an old school Pokemon should be. But as a Pokemon fan, that was such a good throwback to the good old days. But then they started messing things up. First, when the game was about to release, they put cutscenes behind the day 1 patch. I don't even know what they were thinking. As a digital buyer, you might not really care, but for a guy who buys physical, this was a very dumb decision. Gladly they came out with an updated cartridge, but still, at the end of the day, that was inexcusable. Also, Pokemon games are getting stupidly easy. What if they made them even easier and force you to use XP share all the time and can't turn it off? What were they even thinking? All the challenge is gone and you're just going to breeze through the game. I know the argument is that Pokemon game has always been easy. Did you even play original Pokemon Red? How about 3 generations after that? I kinda get it, they have to get easier for casuals. There have to be a limit how much you can make it easy before it gets too handholdy and boring. This is kinda nitpicky because it was already in the original. I miss the old Pokemon games where the rival were assholes and they give you the meaning to get better. And someday they kick asses and they're like that bully in school who always bullies you, but then you start going self-defense classes. And one day the bully is getting what he deserves. These are very big nitpicks, but it is what it is. That's my 5th choice and we are going to go further in the list. Ever since growing up, I've been really into Mario sports games. And Mario Tennis is my favorite along with Mario Strikers. And when they announced finally a new Mario Strikers game, I was ecstatic and couldn't wait to play it. The more I saw it, the more I got disappointed. So much was missing. Where was the story mode? So little characters. You can even play as the goalkeeper. So many missed opportunities, and it was worse than previous entries. They did eventually give us free updates and added more character, but that was a little too late, and everybody had moved on. I tried to give these Mario Strikers many chances, but it just gets boring after a little while, and Strikers Club is so pointless, and I could live without it. Mario Strikers is my number 4 game and anybody play this game? What do you think? Do you agree? Everybody having a fun time? Well, let's take a big break from the list and check out some honorable mentions. Titan Quest. Don't get me wrong, we really enjoyed this game, but when playing in Switch there were so many errors and crashes that almost made us quit the game. The game is freaking decades old. There's no excuses why it's that condition. But if you can get this game any other platform, just buy it. I feel like it's a hidden gem. So everybody, you should give it a chance. Hogwarts Legacy. Don't get me wrong, the game was awesome, but we were expecting way more from Harry Potter IP, and every moment we were waiting some huge, grandiose moment in the game, and that never came. Also, the dungeons felt kinda like copy-paste with each other and very uncreative. I didn't really mind about the loading zones with Switch version, but it's still kinda big minus. Sid Meier's Civilization 7. As a big Civilization guy, after games like 5th and 6th, I really don't know what they were thinking with this game. They cut out actually interesting leaders and replaced them with people who really do much significant in history, even changed gameplay way worse than before. Example, like removing workers. What they were even thinking with the physical? Like seriously, code in a box? They could have tried even fit it in the Switch 2 cards. I guess they're being lazy, as Take-Two usually are nowadays. First of all, this game did some great things what many modern LEGO games doesn't do, like the free aiming and more stuff to collect and unlock. But let's talk about the levels. They were few and far between, and even though they were bigger, they just felt like there was just nothing on them. They do have stuff you can do like achievements and challenges, but those got really fast, same old. And you can see that in many areas they were just copy paste and just there to keep player busy. Don't get me wrong, the space battles and space exploring were cool addition, but those got really dull also. An example, we like that Tatooine was a bit more lore accurate for New Hope, which was kinda neat. One huge thing we were really disappointed was there was no hub area where you can see other characters, like example start a fight with them or screw around. One thing I myself didn't like that was that many characters were just clones of each other and they were just there for sake of it. Looking at you, DLC characters, as older Star Wars lore nerd, I also didn't care about sequels and noticed they put way too much resources in those. Instead, they could have made the game more enjoyable. Oh well, at least we still have the older LEGO Star Wars games. One thing I really keep for this game is that cutscenes are way better. Of course, it's usually these newer LEGO games, they have way more budget in them. You might be thinking these are really silly complaints, but that's what I thought about the game and we are totally honest about it. Did you enjoy yourself the LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga? Let us know in the comments. I was really excited when they revealed new Bomberman in the direct, until I saw the gameplay once again. Yeah, it really looks like they wanted quick cash grab that is really cheap to make. The levels are really boring, they feel almost like they're all the same, and there really isn't much to do and much hazards. Story mode is boring and quickly put together, and the voice acting was really bad. And this is coming from a guy who really never nitpicks voice acting. There were also no actual cutscenes in the story mode, they just cheaply made some animations here and there. Overall, I don't recommend Super Bomberman R, and I know there's a sequel, but never heard anybody liking it. So we will see if we check it out in future, and maybe they learn their lesson. As a huge Fire Emblem guy, I was so excited when I heard they're going back to the basics, to the traditional Fire Emblem. But this is not that what I wanted. First of all, if people didn't know, this is a celebration of Fire Emblem, so that's why all the classic characters are just support characters, I guess, not playable ones. Also, I didn't like that they don't have much bigger role in the overall story, they're just there. Let's find out if the playable characters are good, right? Right? Easily the most boring cast of any Fire Emblem and very forgettable. What was the deal with this alpaca guy? He really doesn't have much to say. Or that they had to make this Rosado character that only talk about cute this, cute that, and don't get me even started how silly the multicolored hair looks on the main protagonist. I know it's for story reasons, but it still feels so forced knowing who designed the main character. At least the gameplay was kinda fun, but it was though your typical Fire Emblem gameplay we all love. The story was okay but really forgettable, and it felt like something was missing. Don't get me wrong, there were some nice moments on it, but they were really rare. That's about my thoughts on Engage. Did you guys like it? Am I wrong? Let me know. By the way, the new Fire Emblem game looks really good and step up right direction. Are you guys excited? Those were the games I was a bit disappointed on Switch. Do you agree with me or not? I'm interested to hear. And what is your disappointments? Comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, press the like if you liked it. Of course, if you didn't, you can always press dislike. Have such a wonderful day and remember to game on.